and welcome to the team. We are so glad you're here. My name is Beth Phillips, and I'm going to be sharing some quick tips on the best ways to get started as you start sharing doTERRA with your friends and family to set yourself up for success, because we want you to be massively successful. All right, so here's the first things. Make sure you have gone to an Intro to Oils class so you know what to expect. This can be either an online version on Zoom, it could be a recording that somebody sent to you, or it could be an in-home class. But make sure you've attended one of those so that you understand the flow of the class and what's going to be happening as you share these products with your network, your family, your friends, your coworkers, your neighbors, so that they can experience what you've been experiencing, which is what has brought you here, which is the power of the essential oils. So make sure you've attended a class and that you've received your wellness consult. Have you done that yet? That is one of the huge perks of being part of the team, is you get a free lifestyle overview. Like, we go through all the things with you, things that are going on for you personally, for the people in your home, and create a daily schedule of how to be using these products in the most effective way. It's a free wellness consult and it's available to you, and it's going to be available to your friends as they sign up as well. So make sure that you've scheduled that and had it done so that you've gone through that experience and understand the value of that wellness consult, because it truly is an amazing perk for being part of the team. The other thing is, have you gone through the build guide already? May look a little different. They've got updated versions, but the build guide essentially is going through the business opportunity with doTERRA so that you can see what is available to you and kind of set some goals around how much money you're interested in earning and how long, you're willing to put in the effort to get there. These are all pieces of information that we take in so that we can come up with a plan to get you to where you want to go. So make sure you've gone through the build guide with a person who introduced you to doTERRA. So intro class, wellness consult, build guide. Once you've got all those done, you're ready to go. And then the next piece that's really important before your class is to make sure that you have your loyalty rewards order set up and set at least 100 PV. So that is like the only requirement of doing doTERRA, is that we have our loyalty rewards order run every month and that it's a minimum of 100 PV. That is what makes us eligible for commissions. It's also what helps us be a product of the product. Like, we need to be using these things on a consistent basis to see the results. And it's those results that we share with the ones that we're talking to. So if we're like stingy with our product because we don't know when we're going to order more again, we're not using it. But if we know that every month that, like, I get to try something new, I'm going to replace the stuff that I was using and then add on a couple things, it gives you a chance to branch out and try all the amazing products that doTERRA has, because we have world-class oils and we also have world-class supplements. So if you haven't dove into that, my friends, come on, collagen, yeah, you're gonna want some of that. Okay, so next thing, after you've got your LRP set up, as you are deciding how you wanna share these products with your friends and family, I'm just gonna cover a couple options. You can just do it in a one-off. You can meet with a friend for coffee and just share with them what you've been using for your headache, or what you've been using for sleep, or what you've been using for your husband's back pain. Like, it can be that simple, and you share with them what you love about the products, what you've seen, and then what health challenges do they have going on in their life and what products they would need. This is, like, we call it a one-on-one. So you can do it with a friend. You can bring the person who introduced doTERRA to you with you if they're local to you, have like a coffee date and introduce people that way. That's a one-on-one. You can also do a virtual class on Zoom where you invite all your people to it, and then the person who introduced you to doTERRA, typically in the beginning, is the one teaching. And they can go through the presentation and share with people, what are the oils, where do they come from, how do they work, what are the ways that we use them, what are the top 10 most commonly used oils, what are the foundational pillars of health. They're going to go through all of that with your people and then help them get started with a starter pack that makes sense for them. That's an online class. And then the other option is an in-home class. And so that's the one I'm going to be talking about the most because that one has a little bit more prep work, but I love them. They are my favorite. I love getting oils on people. It allows us to have them trying a citrus oil in their water when they come in, getting a neck rub with Deep Blue as they sit down, trying balance on their wrists as you pass it around the room. So it is my favorite. So that's the one that I'm going to be talking about the most. So depending on what type of class you want to do in the beginning, whether it's online or in person, you're going to want to pick 2 class dates in about a week and a half span time. And there's a reason for this. It's because we want to have different times and days available for your people once you go to start inviting them so that they have options. Maybe a midweek daytime class is good for your friends that have little ones in school. That's when they have their kid-free time and they can come attend a class at 11 a.m. Or maybe your people work Monday through Friday and so they're going to want a weekend class. Or maybe they have kids in sports on the weekend and they're going to want a midweek evening class. You kind of want to provide all of those options in the beginning because this first group that comes through in your first month, that's who you're going to be sifting through and starting to create the structure of your team. So the more people you have in that first month attend a class and get the information, the better you can set yourself up for success. This is something we didn't know in the beginning. We learned it a little ways in and it was like a light bulb moment. Like, yes, of course, because if you only have one class and that time doesn't work for some of your favorite people that you really wanted to come. Now, when they come again in a month or 2, they're going to be in a different place in your structure. And so you want to have the most options to work with. And that's why we have multiple classes that first month, different days and times that you've chosen so that when you're inviting your friends, you can say, it's Wednesday at 11 a.m. or Saturday at 2 or Friday at 6, So it's like there's something that's going to work for their schedule. They're going to get to come and hear that information, and then you're going to get to choose where you place them in your structure for your team that you're going to be building with doTERRA because it's so fun. And one of the amazing parts of this business is we do get to choose the people that we work with. How often does that happen? But we do. And so we want to maximize this possibility and get people to these classes. So where do these people come from? We have a names list for you. So you're going to see that link available. This is going to be where you start just kind of brain dumping everybody that you know. So it's going to be friends that you went to school with, friends that you've made since school, friends from college, coworkers, people that you work with, people that your husband works with, family, neighbors, parents of your children's friends. This is your network. And so you're going to start making a list of those people. And one of the things that I love to recommend is everybody can use doTERRA. That's what's so awesome. So all of these people that go on your list can use the product, but there's going to be some people that you think about on this list that you're like, I would really love them to do doTERRA with me. So highlight those people and talk about them with the person who introduced you to doTERRA, your wellness advocate, so that you can kind of tell them why you want this person to work with you. What do you find amazing about them? Are they, super strategic? Are they really smart? Do they have a ton of friends? Are they really into natural things and they would love this? Is it, a professional, like maybe a chiropractor that you're like, I've been going to him for years and this would just work amazingly with what he's done for me. So just start making a list of everybody and then highlight the ones that you think would make good business partners with you, because those are going to be really critical people and the people that we're going to keep up close to you in your structure to be part of the bones of your business, which is so fun. Okay, what else do I have here? So you've got your LRP set up. You've got your 2 to 3 class dates set up. And as you're setting up those classes, this is just a tip. We've been doing this for a long time. I've had all different kinds of classes. We've had classes where the kids are there, and we've had classes where the kids aren't there. And if you want to provide a class time because your friends do not have sitters and they need to come and bring their children with them, go ahead and do it. But I will tell you from experience that it is a lot more of a chaotic environment and they do miss a lot of the information because it's inevitable that, somebody's going to fight over a toy and they're going to be in the room consoling them and miss part of the presentation and come back and kind of be behind and not understand what's happening. So if you can make it more of like, a child-free environment, it does bode better. People do get to retain more information, and it is kind of a nice outing for them. They can come, sip on some wine if that's your thing, and have like a mommy night out or a dad's night out. So just kind of wanted to throw that in there. That's a tip for success. Well, let's see. Okay, so I think that's it for this first video. Just kind of wanted to give you some tips on setting up your first class. So get that names list out, start filling it out. We do have a memory jogger. That is just something to kind of like jog your memory of, oh, my hairstylist, my nail tech, like all of these people whose lives you interact with. These are all people who have jobs, who have stress, who have kids who are sick, who can't be sick because they have to go to work. These are all people that can use the essential oils that you are coming to love so much. And then make sure you're using your product. This is the time to up your oil game. Make sure you're trying new things and putting them on and using them consistently and getting on Lifelong Vitality so that you know how that works and you can see how it's working in your body. Because in the beginning, the nice part is the person who invited you to doTERRA is going to do the teaching for your classes. So the biggest part of your job is just to invite. But you're also going to want to be able to share powerful stories with your friends, and that comes from using the product. And when you use the product, you are going to have some amazing stories. So excited for you. So just wanted to leave you with this thought. This could be big, and we want it to be big for you. It does take time. It does take effort. It does take consistent work, but it is so, so worth it. So we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video.